Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? Yeah, 180. 8. Check. Crunch. Check 37. Check 37. Please.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, look, 80. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. 20. 951.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up. Go. 951. 8. Let's go, deep. Tighten up. Let's go.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 11. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Play action. Now it's Carr. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're over around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Mike down. 185. I'm coming.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Gun. Wide. Get wide. Watch the safety creep.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready, back to the 3. Here we go. Slam.
McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That's it. Bring it in. Bring it.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Operating from the gun, Newton being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All right, we're good, we're good. 180, express. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
Carr now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr now to throw. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return will be stopped at the 34. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication point, last week it was interception after interception. And
quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change play, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Jones. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready? Look at it. Express. Gun.
I'm going back to you. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Hunt. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 28-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He finds an opening past the 40. A gain of 37.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important time.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's
and a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This is McCaffrey on the give. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Ready, ready.
Mike 51.
Great, great, great.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Mike.
Express. Ready.
Newton now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Down. Wide 85.
It's 59. Mike to 59. Hey, watch the delay.
Throwing again. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing his Carr on third down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
first down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Sunday, down. 180.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
White down. White 80.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
29. 29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
White to the 3.
6-man. Check curls, check curls.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice hit, boy.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
From the gun, Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Terry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Down. 180.
Check Mike 39. Here we go, D.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check.
You're mine.
Exit, exit. Hey, check Mike 39.
Again, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Terry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
To throw on third down. Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Jacobs now. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Gets past one man. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Down. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. There's a party now.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Around the NFL, third quarter now up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing again is Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the Raiders' 32-yard line.
51, Mike 51.
To the air again, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Third and long, it's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first down, Harris uses the stiff arm, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw is Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On first down, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Newton to throw. That is caught inside the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun. Newton, this is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. From the gun, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
White down. 185.
Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. To throw his car. Throw left side complete. It's Terry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Down. 180.
Mike 5-4. Your track, your track.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a short gain down to about the 33. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Back to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First down.
Ready? 180! 80!
That's trash.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
51 to Mike, boy.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton, he's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Oakland, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.